Hi everyone, today we're going to prep these files for digital printing. I'm so excited about this suite. It's mountainy, it's cool, there's like a cattle brand vibe. It's going to be so fun. So what we're going to do today is this postcard style piece, and it's their reply card, so everything is going back to the bride and groom. We don't need to do any variable data, which would be like if we're printing different addresses on every card. So let's get started. This is going to be double-sided. As you can see, this one is landscape orientation and the front is portrait orientation. So for that reason, I'm going to do them as two separate files. Otherwise, you could do them together as one file, and some printers you might still be able to, but I just in case. We have this background here to show that it's going to be printed on a natural white paper, but when we're actually sending the files to print, we don't need to do that. So I'm going to delete that. And then we have also saved this file as print ready so that we keep a version that's not print ready in case we need to make any changes. Because what you'll see that we're going to do is get all of the text and outline it. So I have a lot of different text boxes for reasons. So we're gonna make sure we grab those and outline them. And then we have this one. And then we also have another text box here. What I'm gonna do is grab both of those and then create outlines. So that we've created outlines of both of them. Let's see, what else do we need to do? We don't have any bleeds, which would be if something bleeds outside of the page. None of this artwork does that. So we should be good and ready to print. So now I'm going to look at my artboards and save. Okay, so 4 is going to be the back. So we'll save that as BC reply back. We want that to be an Adobe PDF. I'll move this over a little. And its range is artboard 4. And then the only thing here, the standard, let's say Illustrator default. So I'm not going to preserve the Illustrator editing capabilities. That's just going to make the file larger and isn't really necessary in this case. And then we are going to use the document bleed settings, even though I mentioned we don't have a bleed, because my printer requires that the file be sized as if there was a bleed, no matter what. So then we'll just click save here. And then I'll show you what that looks like. So we're gonna go over to Printswell Fulfilment. This is my favorite printer. There's a link in the description that will get you $25 off if you're interested in setting up an account with them. They're a great printer for wholesale printers, anyone who's interested in becoming a stationery designer. So I'll click start order, and we're going to use a flat card. I might need to move myself out of the way. And the standard product size, let's see, I don't actually even remember what size we made this artboard. Oh, it is A2. So we'll select A2. Remember I mentioned that we wanted to use the cotton natural white instead of brilliant white is what. I usually use the 120 eggshell ultra white, but we're printing all of this on natural white paper. And then this selection is for back and front printing. So if we're printing only K, which is only black, on the back, then we don't need to pay quite as much, but we are printing brown. So there is going to be full color printing on the back. So we select the 4/4. And then our quantity, we're gonna want to order, the client needs 105 of these. So I always order a little bit extra. We're gonna order 110 of these. Select, and then now we're uploading the back. So we could upload a 2-page PDF right here that's front and back, but since they're the different shapes, I'm going to just do one. So let's see how we did. Let's see, PC reply back. And it will tell us, it's my favorite thing about Printswell, it'll tell us if we haven't sized the file correctly or anything. So I really love that. And here we have this preview. I find that the preview is a little bit blurry sometimes, and that stressed me out at the beginning, but it doesn't mean anything. So that looks really good. And now we'll go back and do the front. And this is just basically the same thing, but we're just gonna save as reply front. And this is artboard 5. We'll use the same settings, which should still be in there. We'll save that PDF, and then we'll upload her here. Front, okay. And again, it'll tell us if we've sized it incorrectly, which is one of my favorite things about working with this company, because they will tell you if you screw up. And you can see like on here, you can't see that border, but we know that we've got that in there, that little white border that we have, but we know that we have that in there. And so it's going to print fine. So here we can just go through next and it'll ask us like if we want rounded corners or envelopes or hole drilling, all that kind of stuff. And then you'll be able to review the product, and that is pretty much all you need to do. So now we get to order all the other pieces, which are, there's some letterpress, there's some that we're printing here at home. So there's a lot of different things going on with this suite, and I'm really excited to share it with you when it's done. Check out my Instagram if you haven't seen the final product yet. If you want $25 off your first order with Printswell, check out the link in the description of this video or tell them Lainey sent you. I love this printer. I think it's really great for digital printing and has a lot of good in-house paper options. But I have a few other videos on preparing files for print, printing different paper types, all kinds of things that you might want to know with wedding invitation design. And if you're interested in creating a business out of invitation design, I do have a membership that I'll link in the description as well. It's called Stationery School. So check out some of our other videos while you're here, and let me know if you have any questions about preparing files for print.